I'm super excited. I have planned the entire afternoon off work to leave directly from this recording, drive about an hour and a half so I can get a beautiful view with no light pollution, no sound pollution, be kind of in nature, um, and experience this like, once in a lifetime moment. And I have been so shocked talking with people. Hey, what are your plans? What are your plans? What are you going to do on Monday for the eclipse? I'm so shocked to see how many people, how many friends of mine are just content to miss it, which is crazy to me. I mean, I asked a friend of mine last night, I said, what are you going to do? He goes, I'm probably just going to miss it. Just work right through it. I go, what? This is not going to happen again in this country for 20 years. And when it does, there's no guarantee that it's going to happen anywhere near where you're living at the time. Why not take a little bit of a productivity hit, a little bit, maybe answer some of these emails a couple hours late to be able to experience something beautiful? And I get it. Just because I care about it doesn't mean that everybody else needs to care about it equally. But I think so many people get wrapped up in what they ought to be doing. I ought to be working. I ought to be productive. I ought to get these things done. I ought to get these chores done. And they forget to do what they want. They forget to do what they ideally would if they could pursue their own desires, interests, duties, and responsibilities wholeheartedly. And it saddens me. It really saddens me. I mean, I guess there might be some employers out there who are telling their employees, "Hey, nope, can't take off for the eclipse. Can't go outside. Nope, you got to stay at work. Got to pop, 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 cracking the whip." Well, I'd say those people need to get a life, and I get it. If you work for someone like that and your family is relying on that paycheck and there's nothing you can do and you find yourself temporarily stuck in that oppressive environment, I feel for you. I'm not saying you should quit your job and ruin your career so you can watch the eclipse, but I do pray for you that whatever leadership you're getting will improve, because what we think we ought to do is often informed by other people's opinions of us. It's often informed by people outside of ourself and our family, and even the people that we love and respect. A lot of times people have this idea of what they should be doing that's motivated by the opinions of people they don't even like. I am thankful for the moments and proud of myself as a leader only a few times, but those times have always been when I've encouraged someone who works for me to pursue something that was in line with their ideal life that they would have created, that lines up with the who they thought they would become when they were younger, the who they thought they would be when they were hopeful. And sometimes that ideal pathway for them is slightly out of alignment from what my selfish interests would be, from what my financial interests would be as the leader of the company. But I try every single time I'm presented with an opportunity to prioritize the ideal for this person, their ideal for themselves, as long as it doesn't violate and destroy my interests and ruin my company. It's probably going to be better for my company long term for this employee to be able to follow their ideal life. Maybe in the short term we take a hit, but whether that means letting people bring their young children to work because they don't have daycare, or they just don't want daycare. In fact, I don't care if they can't find it. If you just don't want daycare for your 3-month old who's still breastfeeding, bring him to the office. That's cool. Uh, Maybe that means working from home because you're taking care of family or an ailing parent or something. Maybe that means taking off at what's an inconvenient time for me so that they can pursue something that's purposeful and meaningful for their life. And I know a lot of people would listen to that and be critical. Well, it must be nice, or it must be nice to be able to do that. In my business, we can't do that. In my business, we've got to be open 24/7, and we've got to have da 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 da. And I'd say it is nice, but the only reason that it's possible is because we commit to it. and it's a set of beliefs that we honor and that we respect and we uphold. And if you don't honor, respect, and uphold those beliefs, then yeah, it's going to be even more difficult for you to do it.